Connecting WhatsApp with your customer support team should not be painful. That is exactly the workflow that we are going to create. WhatsApp connected with Evolution API, Evolution API connected with Chatwoot, and Chatwoot connected with N8N. And this way, we are going to have only one shared inbox. You can stop the bot whatever you want when it's needed, and automating the entire workflow using N8N. Let's do a quickly demo. I already asked to him something about the help. I wanna ask what is the best automation tool, N8N or Make.com? Make.com. Let's say what is the answer here. It takes some time. Seems like it's typing. Okay, seems like that is an issue on. Okay, we have here the response, and seems like is as expected. But there is something that I would like to show here in Chatwoot. We have the entire conversation and the whole conversation in the same time. This way, your entire team will have a shared inbox to keep the order in your chatbot or your WhatsApp, chat. That is super helpful. Let's say how we can implement this. Let's see the player that we have here for this integration. We have Evolution API. That's going to be the bridge. It will take the message from WhatsApp and forward for all tools. In this case, all tools will be Chatwoot, and N8N. We have Chatwoot is the shared inbox with our team. Assign, left note. It's a common inbox where we are going to have all the message there. Let me show you quickly how it works. For example, we have here the channel, and here we can have the contacts. We can have the whole conversation only in one place. In the same time, Chatwoot will help us to stop the bot when it's needed. And you can stop the chat for only one customer. And finally, we have N8N. It will be the automation factory or the brain of the entire automation. You can replace N8N for any automation tool, or maybe use your own implementation if it's needed. But let's say how they fit together. We have WhatsApp, and like I said, Evolution API will be the bridge, because Evolution API basically is washing changes on WhatsApp. It creates a WhatsApp web and washing changes there, and based on that, notified to the connected tools that something is happening. For example, new message has arrived or a new message has been sent. But well, Evolution API is the bridge. After that, we have the shared inbox that will be Chatwoot, and we are going to connect N8N for the automation or to the bridge to make all this possible. But like I said, it's up to you what is the tool that you will going to use here. Will it be N8N? Will it be Make? Or will it be your own backend running here? But why is important the order all this? Because each of the tools is in charge of one functionality. Evolution API gather or get the messages. Chatwoot keep the order, share the inbox, and stop the bot when it's needed. And N8N is the automation itself, is the AI agent, but you can replace for any tool if you need it. But let's say in the future you want to add a CRM or extra tools, you will keep the same structure, just adding, for example, you can add another webhook to Chatwoot or add more functionality to your N8N instance, but your structure, your core structure has been done. We have two possible paths to connect WhatsApp with our N8N instance. First of all, the official one is the Meta API. It's a little bit complicated, the onboarding. I don't know say complicated, but they have a couple pre-requirements and steps that you have to complete before get the access to API. And for unofficial, we have Evolution API, and it's faster to control, it's faster to implement, but of course nothing is perfect. We are exposed for some changes, external changes. Let's say if something changed in WhatsApp API or WhatsApp itself, maybe Evolution API have to create a new version, and this can affect our chatbots. It's something to keep in mind. To start to create the integration from Evolution API to N8N, I created a checklist that we are going to complete step by step. The first step is create Evolution images in Raywell. I would like to, first of all, raywell.com. This will be the services that we are going to use to deploy our instances. If you don't have account here, you can create one because it's super easier. Just fill up the form and complete the step. When you already create your account, you will have something like this, and the first step is create the images belong to Evolution API, and here you can go to templates and Evolution API. Pick this guy. This is the option that have more downloaded. Click here, click on deploy, and it will start to deploy Evolution API for you. This could take some time, I have to say, but another stuff that we have to do is we have to create another images. Let's say this is already done, right? Now let's go to create Chatwoot images as well. What we are going to do is exactly the same. Click on create new instances, select template, Chatwoot, Chatwoot, and just download, and this instance is pretty the same. Cool, we already have this, but there are a couple extra stuff that you have to keep in mind when your Evolution API instance is already created. The first of all, we have the variable here. They are automatically created, but this guy, Authenticator API, we are going to replace, and you have to go. This is a free website to create random keys. Just click on generate, and it provides a different kind of key based on the algorithm, and we are going to pick this guy, encryption key 256. Copy this guy and just replace for this. The next one, those Chatwoots are not set up as a default. We have to create a new one and assign as a true, true, and true. The quick way to create this is click on create new variable and just assign the name. Just to remind, we have to create a new API key, and also we have to create a Chatwoot variable, environment I variables. Those are the values, and those are the keys, and the values will be true. Is working. Okay, cool. Now when your Evolution API is deployed, and when as well with your Chatwoot instance is deployed, for example, here to Evolution API, we have this, click here, and this will redirect to us, and one is the manager, click on the manager. Cool. I am already in the manager, but just to let you know, let me see if I can test this. Yes. Okay, this will be the page that you will have, right? This is pre-filling automatically, and here we are going to use the API key. Cool. Just to log in. Okay, cool. When you already have here, you have to do the same with the Chatwoot. Once you have both, the next step will be create Evolution instance and set up the event listeners. I already have one, and I'm going to use my already created instance. But basically, what you have to do is assign a name here. The channel will be Baileys, but like I said before, you have different ways. Unofficial ones will be Baileys and Evolution, and also you have WhatsApp Cloud API. And just assign the name. The rest keep as is provided, and save. Once you have your instances created, I will say to you what you have to do, because this layout could be changed in the future. The first step you have to do when you are on your Evolution API dashboard is set up the events that you want to listen. Let's say reject calls, okay. Ignore groups, we are going to ignore. Always online, in my case it's not, but it's up to you. Read message, yeah. Sorry, I said events that we are going to listen. This not. This is about some settings such as read message, ignore groups, etc. Sign full history and read the status. Once you click what you need and what you want, just click on save and that's it. Next step that we have to do now, what is the next step? Okay, cool. We have to set up the phone WhatsApp business with the Evolution API. To do that, we have to go here, and here you will have a connect. I'm going to create a new one. Maybe this will be easier this way. Testing YouTube. This is creating a new one, a new guy. And here you have to get the QR code. Click here, using your phone, just complete this stuff. Once you set up your WhatsApp, it will look like this. What is the next step? Okay, cool. We have the next step is connect Chatwoot with Evolution API. This way, Evolution API will notify Chatwoot when something happens in the WhatsApp. For example, new message has arrived. Okay, for do that, we have to go here on integration. In this case, you have to, once you already have your Chatwoot instance done and running, you have this URL, right? Before add an account, copy this URL. Let's say copy this guy and paste it in Chatwoot URL. Account ID, up to you, but I recommend left this as is provided. And token, cool. To get this token, we have to go to here in Chatwoot on the user section, click on profile setting, scroll down, and you will find access token here. Just copy and paste here in token. After that, we left this as a provided, and this is important one, the name of the inbox. That will be, let's say, the name of your organization. That's why I create an organization name. You have organization name, but also the inbox. Let me show you how this works. We have this is in my organization, and the channel is the inbox that I want to create. Well, logo is up to you. I'm gonna leave this as a default. Pending conversation, reopen conversation, I'm gonna leave as a disable. Import contact, import message, I'm gonna enable these guys. Daily limit import message, I'm gonna leave as a provided. And this guy is important because auto create, I'm going to, when I already create one, and I'm going to use the instance that I already created. But in your case, you have to enable this, because this will automate create all this, the organization, the inbox, and you only have to wait a little bit. After that, just click on save, and that's it. After a couple time, because it takes some time, you will see some messages like this, right? And those messages are automatically created, and this works completely automatically. Well, cool. We have already the connection. The next step is connect Chatwoot with N8N. That is exactly what we are going to do. What you have to do is click here on settings, open settings, integrations. On integration, you will have something like this, and click on webhooks, because it will be a webhook that we are going to add. and add new webhook. And here we are going to pick two possible events that we have to listen. And basically it's a conversation status changes, and a message is created. Well, the URL, this is where we are going to use N8N. The URL will be your webhook URL provided by N8N, but the production URL. Click on production URL, click on web, click here, and paste. I don't want to create one new one because I already have this. Because as I told you, we have two possible events connected. But now, what we are going to do is I'm going to disable this guy, right? I'm going to disable this guy, and I'm going to send a message to my number using my cell phone, and let's see in the execution how is the pilot. Cool. Let's say here, hey, how are you? Let's send the message and take some time. Let's see on execution what is happened. Sorry for a bunch of execution, but it is a workflow that currently I am using. But here we can see my message. We can see the type of context, the content type. We can see as well the sender, information about the sender. Okay, cool. That looks amazing, but I would like to copy this in the, okay, on pin. This way I have here the entire previous pilot. But first of all, we already have this, and now the final step is the N8N magic. We are going to connect the AI agent node with the entire workflow and test the entire behavior. What we are going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this guy, and I'm going to explain to you how this works. This will be great. Okay, cool. What this guy do? This guy take the message type. Let's say the message type from the body. Here we have something called message type in one place. Message type uncommon. That means that uncommon message is the message type is uncommon, because if not, once we send the message, another execution is done but without different message type. And that's why if we add this conditional, if some message type incoming, that means it's a new message coming from the user. Okay, continue. If not, we completely ignore. And this guy is the guy we are going to use as well. Okay, this is a pretty more complicated guide, but I would like to show you that those are information that I usually use in my chats, but you can take this guy if you want. But well, first of all, let's execute that and let's see how it's working. Cool. Okay, first of all, the session ID will be the conversation and the phone number. That's why I drag and drop this guy, and that's it. Well, after that, I usually use a debounce, my own debounce. That's why I have this debounce, but you can skip it, the provider name, because sometimes I use a chatbot with different providers. We have here the sender ID. It is beautiful field. We have sender name, message, because we have here something called message, if I'm not wrong, conversation, and we have message ID. We have the content, the type as well, and we have the text. It's basically the context. Well, media is not needed in this example, in this video, but well, it's up to you. If you want to include media here, include a media type, a media URL, and just transform to text. This is optional, and conversation ID, this is important as well. And the conversation ID will be needed to send the message. Okay, cool. Seems like At least in this point we have something, right? And let's add this guy is the AI agent, and I'm going to use the text. This will be the text. In this case, I don't want to use the more prompts like a system prompt. It's only to test the combination, the use evolution API, Chatwoot, and N8N. And what about the model language? Language model, open API that is provided by this hall is good. The memory, this is needed. We have the session ID, cool. I don't think more than this is needed. What is next step? The next step is, let me copy this guy. Sorry for that, guys, but this, because the focus of this video is just the integration between Evolution API, Chatwoot, and N8N. Okay, cool. We need the conversation, right? I'm going to, okay, cool. I'm going to use this name because we have this URL. I'm going to open this. We have the production. This URL is our URL, right? Is our URL. After that, we have API version 1, account. This was the account that we create when we connect. Here we have account ID, or account ID is here. Conversation, and this is provided. That's the reason why I told you the account would be needed, because would be needed to send the message. And I think that's it. I would like to just save and execute this guy. Let's see if I got the message on my is sending. Now let's see in my phone if I got the message. I still waiting for the message, but we have a big issue here. That is the reason why I haven't received the message, right? And this is why I have to use this output here. Okay, cool, but I have to explain something extra to you. I already explained to you the URL, right? I have to explain to you about the header. You will use a get access token. This is the same token that I told you before. This guy, just go here on the profile and the access token. Cool. Another headers will be content type, will be application and JSON, and we are going to set up a body as well. And the content will be the message. The message type will be outgoing, and also we have private is full. That's pretty it. Let's execute again. And now let's see if on my, yeah, now it's working. Cool, that is working as expected, and I'm going to share to you this workflow just to validate how is the pilot and how is the HTTP request that we are going to use, and the details in the HTTP request as well. If you want to build this kind of chat box, you want to sell them, but you are afraid about how will be the behavior on production, how handle the issue, what suddenly happened on production, I can offer to you a one-to-one mentorship where I will be your mentor and we are going to build together your first AI agent to production. I'm gonna teach you technical side and business side. If you want to have more videos like this, please subscribe and click on like. This will help us a lot.